Well, we've been coming here for years and years when crews run it. We saw the first cruise auction out, I guess it was in the high school football field, and we've been coming ever since.
I was asked to just speak a little bit on Auburn. I've been to every one of the Auburns that they've had down here. I find it really enjoyable. I see people that I haven't seen for a couple of years. I see people every year. It's like old home week. I came down here when it was at the school. I came down here when it was rain so miserable that you couldn't hardly get through the mud. Everything has changed down here considerably from the beginning to the good, and it's a very, very fun time. I've never had a bad time down here. We come down here and camp out. We come down here and have picnics. We do all kinds of things. So it's a very enjoyable weekend.
Name, where you're from, just why you like coming to Auburn.
Right.
Just go ahead and look right in the camera.
Okay. Brian Strip.
Or just go ahead and look right at me.
Okay. Brian Strip Matter, live in Huntertown, Indiana, and I've been coming up here since, real solid for like the last 10 years and that stuff. I like it so much. My wedding reception was even at the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum.
So tell me something about all the cars you get to see here. I mean, it is awesome.
It is for the money. It's the best car show you can come see. Because you can see everything. You can see everything from a $2,000 car up to a $2 million car, and that's why it's worth coming to.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you've been to the museums too? Like ACD?
Yeah.
Tell me something about what you like about that.
Well, it's been a couple of years since I've been there, but it's the history of the automobile, because that's where the Auburns and the Cords were built there, and it's just amazing to see that a town the size of Auburn can be that big a staple in the history of the automotive world.
My name is John Shell, and we've been coming here probably 15 years, and this is my wife Gertrude. We're from Morganton, North Carolina, and this is actually a reproduction Duesenberg with a Ford chassis, 351 engine, all fiberglass, and I built this myself. It's auction. That's the biggest collector of cars for sale that I've ever seen out at the grounds. And then the Duesenberg, and then the people I know. I still see people I met first year I came up here, and I didn't even have a car then. And I finally just got into getting some Auburns and Cords, and then I got this car, and I just keep coming back every year. So.
Tell me about the museum.
Museum's great. They've got some really beautiful automobiles in there. There's a black Cord coupe in there that I used to own, and I won a first junior and senior with it at Hershey, and it was owned by the Champion spark plug family, Stranahan. It was one of the 3 coupes made in '36. It has Auburn headlights and a few little different things, but it's black and it's in the museum. And I used to own that car, and then just so many Duesenbergs and Auburns and Cords in there. If you like that sort of thing, it just takes hours for me to go through it. Every year I go in there.
I'm from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and this is, let's see, probably my 3rd visit to Auburn in the last 40 or 35 years. I was here last year, but before that, it's been a long time. I'm glad to be back.
And tell me about your car.
Well, this is a car that I bought almost 60 years ago, 1954. And I got it from a classified ad in the New York Times Sunday edition. They ran ads for these classic cars in those days. And I saw the ad and waited for 4 months. Nobody seemed to be interested in the car, so I called up the owner, and we made an arrangement, and I took my wife to New York to pick it up. And it had not been driven more than maybe 300 miles in the previous 5 years, and we drove it overnight to Detroit, 650 miles. And the only thing that happened was we burned out a generator, and therefore we had to stop every 60 miles to charge the batteries to have headlights. I think they'll see one of the most beautiful collections of Auburns, Cords, and Duesenbergs in the country on display, and it's a wonderful community. I've enjoyed coming back to Auburn after all these years.
Very good. That was awesome.
Congratulations.
My name's Ken Maruzzi. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Our overall top male winner today is James Nichols.
I've been coming here for about 25 years. I have a couple of Auburns.
58.5
When I first joined the club, I didn't come out here for 1 or 2 years, and then I found out about this festival. This was about mid-'80s, early '80s, and I came out here and I fell in love with it.
We're going to ask you to
if it were up to me, I'd be here. If I lived local, I'd be here once or twice a week. I just love it. And then now I serve on the board of directors at the ACD Automobile Museum, so I'm definitely out here 4 times a year. Well, even if you're not a car person, I mean, just the way that this thing is put together, all the facilities here, all the museums. People come here that aren't car people, that do tour the museums, that are just infatuated with it.
Very cool for all
they
the
don't believe the
As they
degree
take
of
their stuff down, we've got some other pretty great activities going
exceptional
on.
presentation that's here through the museums. All the museums, not just the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Automobile Museum, NatMas, and the ones out at the Auction America auction site. There's just so much to see here, and even if you're not a really quote car person, you become infatuated. I mean, a lot of people come into the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Automobile Museum that aren't car people and just infatuated with the architecture, just like inside the courthouse here. I mean, you go inside. I'm from Pittsburgh, and we have some fantastic industrial era architecture, but it's not any better than this. I mean, this is just a fantastic building. So, I mean, it's a car place, but you don't have to be a car person to really enjoy it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this is your first time to Auburn, Indiana, you're going to see some great things going on. We've got some wonderful museums, top-notch museums here in town. We've got wonderful shops all around our gorgeous courthouse square. Just things to do galore. So from beginning to end, from top to bottom, our city is full of wonderful activities, and we hope you come back to Auburn again and again.
Well, I've been coming to Auburn for probably 20 years, and we originally started coming to the cruise auction, and as time went on, we got more interested in coming to the ACD festival because the cars were just absolutely fascinating. And as I looked at these different cars, the first car that I decided I want to possibly purchase was a Cord. And I started looking for a Cord about, probably 12 years ago. And I wanted a supercharged cabriolet. And a lot of people put different superchargers on the cars and change them around. So it was very difficult to find a correct car. And I finally found a correct car after a long search, and I took it to Auburn for the first year, and the judges that judge these cars are unbelievable. They know exactly what they're looking for. And some of the cars that might win first place at Pebble Beach don't even place here because a lot of the people that judge the cars here have worked at the factory or had their family worked at the factory, and they know every nut, bolt, engine stamping, where the numbers were on the cars, and it's like a very interesting thing. So I took my Cord here, and I thought it was the perfect car. And when the judges got done with it here, they went through the car, and I said, I must have a piece of junk, because they look at it and said, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So after coming back for 3 years, I made it a little better each year, a little better, and it won its division each year. And the third time that I brought it back, I won Best Cord of the show, which was an absolute honor because it was in competition with about 75 to 80 Cords. So if you win that award, it's very special, and you know that your car is on track. And my life dream was always a Duesenberg. I wanted a Duesenberg as long as I can remember.
Tell me something. Tell me if someone's never been here before, what are they missing?
Well, my friends and I named this town a special name. We call this town Mayberry because it is so special to us. you can go on a lot of car tours and go to a lot of different towns, but there is no town like this town of Auburn that opens their doors to everyone that comes here. As we just drove down the street, the people that come to see the show that live here say, thank you for coming. It's an absolute tremendous venue, and on Friday night when the streets are closed down, the cars parked in the street, it's an absolute thrilling experience. And I've been touring cars for 25 years, but this is always the high point. If I have to give up any other thing, this would be the last thing to do, because we just enjoy coming to this town. The people are so friendly. The museum is an experience that we come every year, and every year we go back to the museum. It has a mystique to that. In the entire complex, it's just a special experience. And when you can go to something over and over and never get tired of seeing it, that tells you this is some special spot. And it's just like when you leave, part of your heart gets left in Auburn. It's just too special to us.
Thank you. Thank you that was awesome.